Hello. Hello and welcome to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Malta. I'm Amelia Potter, joined here by Alex Tarinidis. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Amelia. Hello, everyone. Really happy to be here.
And this morning for you, we have the very first equipped session where we'll be seeing two flights. The first flight will consist of the 53 kilo and 59 kilo sub-junior, and the second flight will consist of the 53 kilo and 59 kilo junior equipped lifters. As you can see here, the first flight consists of 7 lifters mixing between the two weight classes, and you can see their body weight up there. So we will jump straight into that here. But we have a fantastic 12-day championships ahead of us. First few days will consist of the equipped lifting, followed by all of the classic lifting. And I'm sure we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of what that means as we get through the championships, but I think we're in for a treat.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Amelia. As you say, this will be a long competition. Over 1,000 lifters coming here in Malta and trying to reach the very best seat of each weight classes. But yeah, this is a promise to be an exciting one, that's for sure.
And kicking us off, the first lifter of the competition, not what we see on the screen, because I think there were some last-minute changes there, so already a bit of trickery there. We have Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, opening 135 kilos, 17 years old. He's been competing for 5 years already, if you believe that.
Yeah, it's not uncommon that you see some lifters, really young lifters, and competing for several years already. And yeah, this time it's the case for Zachary.
I'm a little bit confused because he's not wearing a t-shirt, which isn't really usually allowed, but
Yep.
I'm sure we'll get some answers for that later. But for now, 135 kilos for Zachary. You can see he's wearing wraps around his knees there. That's part of the equipped gear.
Yeah, looks like a solid opener.
2-1, a good lift. I think the referees are all pretty confused. Seems like one of the officials is going to talk to the center referee. But for now, that is a good lift. Already first lifter in and a bit of drama there. We now have Mohamed Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, opening on 137.5 kilos. So he upped his opener from the initial 130. So either a bit of trickery or he's feeling good this morning.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a tense battle between Vandenberg and Shaukatov for the silver medal. And for now, Barber from Ecuador looks a little bit far from there.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like you said, Bobo is, a good 40, 50 kilos ahead on prognosis. But, we've seen crazy things happen, especially in equipped. So we don't want to count anyone out yet.
That's for sure.
And speaking of which, here comes Juan Bobo from Ecuador, opening on 162.5 kilos, well above his competitors there. He's got a PB of 180. He's only been competing for 1 year.
Yeah, these are quite huge numbers for not even a year of competing, that's for sure.
Important to remember, these are the youngest lifters of the competition. Ooh. Now, it looked to me like he unracked the bar very quickly,
Yep.
very rushed. It's hard to say in equipped lifting to jump to the gun and say, oh, it's a strength issue, because equipped really can be anything. But it seems like he ran out a bit of juice on the way up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And as you said, like sometimes it's as well a matter of, the tightness of the gears. So yeah, we'll have to wait for the second attempt in order to see if.
Exactly. We've got 2 more attempts to go, so still in the clear, but opens up the gate for Vandenberg and Shaukatov if not. Now we move on to the first lifter from the 59 kilo class. We have Polat Temirov from Kazakhstan. Has a PB of 200 kilos. Nice, 2-1, a good lift. So the reason he gets a red there is a depth pull, and what we mean there is that the hip crease is parallel or above the knee joint, and what we're looking for is it being below parallel of the top of the knee.
Yeah, absolutely. But since he only had one red light and two white lights, the lift is valid, so he's in the board.
We now move on to our next lifter. We have John Silvera from the United States, opening on 180 kilos. This is his last year as a sub-junior before he heads into the juniors. Now there are different levels of equipped. You can see here he's wearing a squat suit and knee wraps. You know, some people opt for less, some people opt for the maximum amount of equipped gear.
And he'll be fighting for gold for now against a fellow American, Becquerel.
Now, it moved well. Let's wait for the referees. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about the depth there. So I just, earlier mentioned what we were looking for in terms of depth. So we'll watch that again in the replay. And from the side angle here, you'll be able to see his hip doesn't quite reach past parallel.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the strength is there. Hopefully he can get it in a second. But for now, we have Ryotaro Yoshioka from Japan opening on his squat PB. He's only 16 years old, 180 kilos on the bar. Big squat, loses a bit of ground in bench and deadlift, but definitely in the running for a squat medal here. Let's see how this moves. Bit of wobbly start, but he gets... Oh.
Yeah, couldn't quite set himself up. Here he is.
And he's been asked to re-rack. He says his knees are too soft, but he's got 5 seconds to get the start command, so he's just decided, I think, to let the clock run down. I think he's a bit confused as to what happened.
Yeah, it's because of the knees. The knees were not correctly locked at the beginning, because in order for you to start the lift, the knees have to be locked.
And it's hard as well. He's not got the experience on the platform some older lifters might have. He's travelled a long way, so hopefully he can just get that sorted, be a bit more stable, walking out so he has more time for a second. Now, the final squat opener of the flight, we have Jonathan Besseril from the United States, and as Alex mentioned before, himself and Silvera currently are in the position to fight for first, but we have a few missed openers, so let's see how this moves for Jonathan. He'll be in a great position if only he can just get the opener in. And that's the wild ride you get with equipped, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, especially for squat.
It looked really strong, really steady. Let's wait for those lights. Yeah, 2-1, a no lift for depth. We'll watch that again on the replay. Of course, we have a jury here looking at it, but I think it sat quite... It looked better there, actually.
Yeah, for this angle, it looks way better.
But that's only one lifter from the 59s getting that opening squat in. Temerov, 2 out of 3 lifters getting the opening squat in the 53. So 3 out of 7 lifters getting their opening squat. So let's hope the second round looks better. Now, he's still got the vest on, so maybe not a special reason. We'll find out in the break.
Yeah.
Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, 142.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump. Now, it still moved well. I'm a little bit worried about depth. Yeah, that was a lot higher than his opener.
Yeah, that wasn't even that close this time, but of course the most important is here. He is on the board with 135 as a first attempt, and of course he'll retry this 142.5 at least for his last.
Yeah, I mean he's in a better position than most of the people in this flight, so
yeah.
it's a good place to be. We now have Mohamed Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, jumping 7.5 kilos to 145. Already has an opener on the board, looking to add some more kilos here. Wow, no question about depth there.
Yeah, that's a good lift, of course. 3 white lights. That was really deep.
Yeah, that was a lovely second attempt. Really good number as well. You know, he's got plenty in the tank left for his third. I'd also like to quickly say how efficient this spotting and loading team are.
Yes.
How quickly can get the bar changed.
Yes, they are.
162.5 kilos for Juan Borbor now. Retaking his opener, just missed it on depth. Usually what you'll see with equipped lifters is they'll keep going down until their coach tells them to go up, so they know when they've hit depth. So I wonder if we'll see that adopted here. And I think he just didn't listen out for his coach there, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
that's a good lift.
It is a good lift. Yeah, let's look at that in the replay. Of course, we're only in one position and the referees are in 3. Often in the replay it does look a lot better. Yeah, actually it was good. I think he just went in and out the hole so quickly that it was hard to see. So gets that squat in on the board and is safe to build. We now have John Silvera from the United States, another lifter who doesn't have a squat on the board yet. 180 kilos. Retaking his opener. Smart move to do here in most cases.
Yeah, as we always say, Amelia, when you miss your opener, you're retaking it most of the time. Like 95% of the time you have to retake it, not taking any risk. It's a world championships. So
it was scrappy, but he got it up and it looked good, and it was 3 white lights. Yeah, did well to keep his composure there, especially it's a quick flight, you know, and for equipped lifters that takes a toll. You have to get unwrapped and rewrapped, and by the time you're unwrapped you have to get rewrapped again, and it takes a toll on you for sure. Ryutaru Yoshioka from Japan, retaking 180. Now, he was a little bit wobbly on his opener, couldn't quite, you know, get his knees locked, so let's hope he's calm, collected, and manages to get into that starting position nice and quickly here. He has 30 seconds left on the clock. Much better already.
yeah.
As a big fight, and I think if he had pushed through that, it might have been to no avail anyway. It looked a little high from where I was sitting, at least.
It was way too high, for sure, yeah.
So he has one more shot at that, and I really hope he gets it on his third, but it started to look like he ran out of juice, and like we said, unfortunately the depth didn't look like it was there either. But equipped, anything can happen.
You never know.
180 kilos remains on the bar for Polat Temirov from Kazakhstan, jumping 10 kilos from his opener. Currently in a very good position to snatch a medal, perhaps even a silver medal, which I'm sure he would have not expected heading into it.
Once again, yeah, that was really clean.
It was a tidy squat, yeah. 3 white lights, a good lift, and I think the prettiest squat we've seen so far this morning.
Yeah. And as you just said, like, he's taking a real shot for the overall podium as well with his second attempt.
Yeah, it looked good. We now have our final lifter for the second round of squats, Jonathan Besseril from the United States, taking a risky jump here, 10 kilos from his opener, which he missed, to 202. Now, you do see this sometimes in equip. They think, if I put more weight on the bar, it's going to be easier to sink down to depth if it's not a strength issue, and it didn't look like it. So let's see how this pans out. and that's now very worrisome. I think what he was trying to do obviously was keep in contention for that first place, but in doing so I think he risked potentially getting a total overall or a medal overall.
Yeah, as we just said, like when you miss your opener, most of the time you have to retake it, no matter what, no matter the circumstances or something, because yeah, it can put you in this place, and it's not a good one to be at the end of the second round.
And at the end of the first round, we had only 3 lifters with squats on the board, and now we've been able to add 2 more lifters to that, with 2 lifters, unfortunately, still no squats on the board, but still 1 more squat to go. We have Zachary Vandenberg now from Canada, 142.5 kilos. Missed it on his second, retaking it now. Strength is definitely there.
And that's a good lift for him. Adding 7.5 kilos to its total. Well done.
Yeah, 2 to 1, a good lift. Let's watch that again in the replay. We now have, you can see getting wrapped up there in the holding area, Mohamed Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, 147.5 kilos, looking pretty safe in silver position. Bit too far away from gold right now, but as we know with equipped, it can change just like that. So every kilo is going to count. No, just a bit too much today, unfortunately. But jumping only 2.5 kilos means he squeezed, you know, everything he could have out of his squat. And his coach seems pretty happy with it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was about to say as well. And once again, he's a really young lifter, 15 years old, born in 2009. So
Wow.
yeah.
We now have Juan Bobo from Ecuador. Missed his opener, retook it and got it on his second. 170 now for his third, which is weird because his opener looked a bit like a strength issue, but like we said, you know, it's so hard to tell with equipped. I think he just rushed it a little bit, and the second looked great. Extra 7.5 here.
Yep, that's a great work. Waiting for the refs. And they agree, 3 white lights.
Yeah, a bit of a tricky start to the competition, but definitely made the most of it with his second and third squat.
And the bar is loaded, and people put your hands together for Yoshioka. He really needs this one to stay calm.
Now, one of the 2 lifters in a really tricky situation. We have Ryotaro Yoshioka from Japan. Opened on his squat PB and he's missed it twice, unfortunately. Didn't even try it for his first because he ran out of time. And then it looked like a bit of a strength issue on his second. So let's hope he can get it to depth and get it back up here. Everyone here is behind him, wants him to get this. Without it, he will be disqualified from completing a total. Oh, he's pushing, but unfortunately it just isn't there today. And it's, you know, it's a lot more common to see in equipped, but it's no less heartbreaking for the young lifter who's come out all this way. So obviously he has the opportunity to carry on competing in the competition and lifting in the competition, but he won't be able to compete or post a total, which means, you know, no shots at medals there. But we now move on to Polat Temirov from Kazakhstan, who has put himself in a great position for that bronze medal, or maybe even a silver, depending on how the next few minutes play out. He is currently the only lifter that got, one of 2 lifters who got first and second squats on the board. So with a 5 kilo jump, can he be the one and only lifter to go 3 for 3 on squats today? Let's see.
But as you say, that's equipped. It's not uncommon to see this type of situation in equipped.
Oh, look at that. There's no breakdown of form. He pushes through. Oh. And he just tips forward. It's such a shame because he keeps his position so well.
Yeah, that was great work. Really great work. has to be satisfied about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, of course it's hard not to be disappointed, but look at what an incredible lifter he is. He's got such a bright future.
That's what you call a grind, right?
Yeah, he did not give up. Our penultimate lift now, we have John Silvera from the United States, 195 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his second, missed 180 on his opener. Now, this is going to be a big push, I think, for first. I think he says if Becerril gets his in, I need to be in a position for gold, but if he doesn't, then I'm in a position for gold anyway. So I don't think he's missing much by going for this. Wow. I didn't expect that either.
Yeah, and that was a great choice, great coaching choice. 3 white lights.
It was a smooth cover from his trip up there. Just showing he's getting warmed up for bench.
Yeah, 525 subtotal so far, so...
Now our final lifter of this first flight, Jonathan Becerril, really needs this. He opened in 192, he missed it. Jumped 10 kilos anyway to stay in the fight, missed it again. So he needs this not only to stay in the fight for first, but to stay in the competition, period. This will be more than he's ever done on the platform before, and it will mean a lot. He managed to stand it up, but is it to depth? No, unfortunately there are no...
Yes, it was indeed a little bit too high, especially for last attempt. And,
yeah, I think when the nerves are there, you know how much this one means and you need this. It's hard not to get in your head a little bit, but he walked off with a smile, and you know, I commend him for it. So looking quickly here, we have Borbor leading in the 53 sub-juniors, followed by Shaukatov and Vandenberg. And then in the 59s, with just 2 in the contention for medals now, in gold place, quite far ahead, we have Silvera of the United States, followed by Temirov of Kazakhstan.
yeah, and just like that, Tamirov has secured a silver medal overall. So
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait to see how bench goes. That's normally quite a tumultuous one.
Yeah.
For not safe until the deadlifts, I say. Reese Hamilton of the United States now, opening at 147.5 kilos. So we're now into the juniors. 7 out of the 8 lifters will be 59 kilo lifters, with 1 53 kilo lifter. Lovely opener.
yeah, that's a good lift. He really took his time to hit the depth and to stay in line, and yeah, that worked really well. So that's a good lift. He is on the board.
Get ready for your opening attempt. Bars loaded. Amanjit, India.
We now have Amajit from India, 155 kilos, the only 53 kilo lifter. So as long as he gets 1 of each lift in, he's your guaranteed champion. But it's easier said than done and equipped. So let's see how his opening squat moves here. Oh, wow. Looked like an empty bar.
Yeah, as you said, Amelia, of course, good lift. As you say, just has to secure at least a lift in order for him to be champion. So yeah, there's no point of, going hard for the very first attempt,
Yeah, and India usually bring a pretty big team of good equipped lifters to the championships. Arihi Kitamura now from Japan, opening on 175 kilos for his opening squat, weighed in at 59 kilos on the dot, so maybe a bit of a tough cut there overseas.
Yeah.
40 seconds.
And of course that can be another factor to how you feel and compete on the day. You can see him putting his wrist wraps on here, so the only piece of equipment you're allowed to adjust on the platform is your belt, so your wrist wraps, your knee wraps, your suit, everything has to be on and sorted before you step on. And as long as you get the start command before the time runs out, you're okay. So you can see there, he's got 15 seconds left on the clock.
Should be enough. Yes, it will be for sure.
With 5 seconds to go. Moves very well.
So no lift with a red behind. So I assume it has to be for depth, right?
Yeah, it was for depth, unfortunately. It just, but the strength is clearly there, so hopefully he can just sink it a bit further when he has more time to prepare on his second. He was a bit rushed there. Alexei Laurence Agabon from the Philippines now, opening on 180 kilos, just 10 kilos below his best. So you can see here, which actually isn't uncommon, a lifter in the equipped opening in classic gear, so just normal knee sleeves, a normal singlet in the new Reflect colorway from SBD.
Yeah, shout out to SBD, a huge range.
Moves very, very well. 3 white lights, a good lift. Now, usually when you see this, I don't imagine he's changing out of the sleeves or the singlet, but what I will imagine to see is maybe him competing equipped for bench only, which is sometimes what we see.
Yeah, maybe. And actually, like 180 kilos as a 59 junior, it's a really solid performance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially to be mid-pack in an equipped going classic. We now have Abel Shimaro from Ecuador, 200 kilos, opening on a squat PB. He's only been competing a year, so probably doesn't know where that ceiling of strength is for him yet. Dips really nicely to depth there. Moves well.
Yeah, that's a good lift. 3 white lights. Yeah, I really made this extra effort to dive a little bit deeper. And of course, nothing to say, but that was a good lift.
Big support in the crowd for our next lifter here, Nicholas Caledonia, United States, 207.5 kilos. Fresh into the juniors, opening just 2.5 kilos below his best. Not fresh into powerlifting though, he's been competing for 5 years.
That's a good lift, a lovely looking opener. 3 white lights, of course, for Nicola.
Yeah, really good opener there. Exactly what you want to see. And he'll be fighting for that silver position with Agamon from the Philippines. But, you know, the next lifter coming up, Christian Mois from Romania, is going to have something to say about that. He's just 2.5 kilos behind on prognosis, opening with 210 kilos here. This is his last year as a junior. He's been competing for 7 years already.
His brother competes as well, Georgi Mois, competing in the 66 weight class.
Looks like a nice comfortable weight for Christian. 3 white lights, a good lift. And that's a good lift there. Our final squat opener of this second flight of lifters, we have Don Murali Krishna from India, 242.5 kilos. Now, he has a mean lead on the competition should his squats go well. His prognosis over 65 kilos ahead of the rest. So, not come out yet, but there he is. This is a huge squat.
Yeah, especially as an opener.
Yeah, absolutely massive. His squat PB is 260. And just for reference, the world junior record in the 59s is 275. So a bit far off, but we never know what jumps are like in equipped.
Yeah. As well, he has the comfort to lead by several kilos, so he can try some things. But let's see the opener first. Oh yeah,
Oh, absolutely fantastic. And with a decade of competing experience already at 23, that's what you expect to see.
of course a good lift through white lights, and you see the experience here. Like the balance is like perfectly managed.
Yeah.
Everything is on point. Like nothing to say. Expect. Well done, sir.
And that concludes our opening squats here in the junior 53 and 59 kilo class, with all bar one lifter getting that opener in on the board, but 2 lifts remain, so lots can change. Reese Hamilton now from the United States, jumping 12.5 kilos to 160 for his second attempt. Already 7.5 kilos above his best should he get this. Oh, it's a bit of a scrap. Oh. Fortunately, a no lift. And like I said before, always slightly hesitant to say, you know, it's a strength issue and there's not much chance in the third for a coach, because, you know, it could definitely have been a balance thing.
Yes.
But like we said, we'll have to wait to the third to see, but my first instinct is perhaps a bit too much of a jump.
Yeah, I think so as well. Most of the time you can notice the difference between the two of it, so.
Emphasis on most of the time, because sometimes I'm very surprised.
But that's why we love this sport as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We now have Amajith from India, 170 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his opener.
30 seconds.
I'm not sure it's coming.
I suppose, as I mentioned before, he's the only person in his weight class, so getting one of each lift really is kind of all he needs to do. But, you know, it may be to give himself more of a break. It could be, you know, to get his suit on. But either way, he's here. But I think, alas,
A little bit too late, young man.
ooh, yeah, and I'm not sure you want to rush putting 170 kilos on your back.
Yeah.
But I commend him for running out and unracking it. So I'm wondering if that was perhaps a missed time from the coaches, or maybe he tried to go to the toilet. Either way, he has a third attempt, and he can unrack it like that. Clearly he's strong enough. But luckily he has a squat on the board and can try that again or more for his third. Now, Orihi Kitamura from Japan missed 175 on his opener, retaking it now. No, sorry, going up 5 kilos now to 180 for his second. It looks like he dips into the hole a little bit better there.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 to 1, as you say, a little bit better this time. This time it's good. Like both of the side refs gave a white light, and the center ref gave a red light for depth. But
Yeah.
of course, the center side, the center is the most difficult part in squat. So
We now have Alexei Laurence Agabon from the Philippines, who's going to be fighting for a podium position, jumping 7.5 kilos to 187.5, and lifting raw as well. Wow. That was an excellent second attempt.
this is a great performance.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 white lights, a good lift, and plenty left in the tank. I'm sure he's trying to build as many kilos as he can heading into bench as possible.
I'm a little bit confused about that, to be fair.
Yeah, but you're having a great day so far. So
Oh yeah.
we now have Abel Chimaro from Ecuador, jumping 12.5 kilos to 212.5. He also is another lifter, not crazy far away from the podium. especially in equip, just 10 kilos behind that podium position.
Vamos chicos, fuerte.
That looked like a good choice for a second attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift.
So Amelia, because I really thought that this guy has some role to play as well in row. He is on the nomination and he is nominated 4th with 560 kilos total. Agabon from the Philippines.
Personal best attempt is 7.5 kilos.
217.5 kilos now for Nicholas Caledonia, the United States. 10 kilo jump from his opener. More than he's done on the platform before, according to his squat PB here.
His opener looked really easy, so adding 10 kilos should be good. Yes, it looked good.
Slow and steady. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Looking confident.
Yeah, a little far off of being able to grab that gold, as Murali Krishna is really far in the lead, but he wants to hang on to that silver for sure, because there are a few lifters that are going to be trying to nip at his ankles there. Christian Moyes now from Romania, jumping 10 kilos to 220 for his second squat.
Comfortable second one and a good lift to the one.
He added 5 kilos to this second attempt. Bar is loading.
Our final squat of the second round here for Don Murali Krishna, 247.5 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his opener. His opener was super comfortable, but I think he's aware that he doesn't need to do anything in his own eyes spectacular today to win. So perhaps just looking to secure that gold and a big total.
Let's go, Don. Come on.
Great catch from the spotters and loaders. Not sure if he's hurt himself there. Just needs help getting off. No, I think he's okay, but wow, fantastic job from the spotters and loaders. I think he just got spring forward by his wraps there. Whoa.
But, you know, he has to take care with these things, because dropping the bar can be a cause of disqualification as well, so...
Yeah, it's also, you know, super dangerous for those
spotters.
spotters and loaders, but, you know, a round of applause for them for...
Yeah.
I'm not sure I could catch 247
Me neither.
half kilos like it was nothing. But obviously a no lift there for Murali Krishna. We move now into our third round of squats, with all lifter having at least one on the board. Reese Hamilton now retaking 160 kilos. Missed this on his second.
And I see one of the jury member, the center jury member, going in the warm-up area, so maybe this is for a warning. We'll try to have a close look on that.
Unfortunately, a no lift there for Hamilton.
Then we have next Amanjit from India. I hope he's now on time. Bar is loaded. Yes, here he is. Come on, Amanjit.
We now
Let's go
have
now.
Amajith from India. Missed 170 on his
175
second,
kilos
going
for
up
him.
5 kilos now to 175
His third attempt.
for his third, looking to add those 5 extra kilos. He just ran out of time on his second. He got out with about 3 seconds left to
Let's
go.
go.
Not making the same mistake this time round. Yeah, that looked really, really good. 3 white lights, a good lift. I'm sure he's probably frustrated that he missed out on that second attempt due to timing, but he's not losing out on a position, and he's having a great day otherwise.
Yeah, for sure. And he's gaining some kilos, 415 total so far.
5 attempts to go.
5 lifters remaining here in the first squat session of the championships. Orihi Kitamura from Japan, 185 kilos. Missed that opener, went up 5. Got it, so he's safe on the board now, but looking to get those extra 5 kilos.
Well, I think this looks a little bit, a little bit too high. 3 red lights for depth.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was watching live, and you know, I was a bit. He was a bit hidden by the spotters, but even then, I could see that his legs had not gone parallel. But like I said before, he's safe. He's on the board. Squats are behind him. Looking forward to bench. Alexei Laurence Agamon now from the Philippines, 195 kilos. Every kilo will count, especially with Moyes and Caledonia to follow, and Chimaro, who are all going to be fighting for that podium spot.
Let's go. Come on.
And he is climbing up the ranks slowly but surely as a classic, so far, classic lifter in the
Yeah.
equipped.
And you know, I think that he will do the all competition in classic. When I see his total 560, I think it has to be enough for maybe a top 3.
Wow, 3 white lights, a good lift, and it looks like he had plenty left in the tank, but some lifters look good until they don't, but it looked good. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if his bench opener is classic and then he gets into the shirt. Some people do that, but, or like you said, completely classic. We'll have to find out, which you are allowed to do. Another lifter fighting for one of those top 3 spots, Abel Chimaro from Ecuador, 220 kilos. This will take him into squat bronze ahead of Caledonia for the time being, with Caledonia to follow. They're not just fighting for overall medals, they're also currently fighting for the squat medals.
And of course, Murali from India won't have his last attempt, and we really hope that he's okay and he'll be able to continue the competition.
Oh yeah, he scratched out his last attempt. Fantastic fight there from Abel. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Congratulations, new personal best. And the bronze medal. Probably on squat. Then we have a Christian Moise next, 222.5. On second place in the squat competition. And bar slowly.
We now have Christian Moyes, 222.5 kilos, opting for a 2.5 kilo jump. But as I said, it's tight up at there at the top, looking to hold on to squat silver. And it will be on body weight should he makes this. Every kilo counts.
Let's wait for the ref with this one. Yeah, I was afraid. Like, it was a little bit higher than his second attempt, but his second attempt was at the very limit, so
Yeah.
not a big deal. Only 2.5 kilo lost.
And it's important to remember the side we see there on the replay is the side that got the white light.
Yep.
Nicholas Caledonia now, this will move him into squat silver ahead of Moyes, who just missed that last squat, which would have got him silver on body weight if Caledonia made this. It's a 5 kilo jump. If he misses this, he doesn't get a squat medal, and if he gets it, he gets silver.
Yeah, and he will push Chimaro out of the medals.
Yeah, and gain those extra kilos overall, of course. Well, the weight looked good for him. Let's see the referees. But I mean, he's in great spirits about it. I think if you compete equipped, you've kind of got to take that on the chin.
Yeah, for sure.
And that concludes our first squat session of the championships, and it wasn't without drama. We had misses, we had drops, and I'm sure the rest of the day is going to promise just as much excitement. Just very quickly here, we can see Amalith in the 53 class, obviously walking away with squat gold. Don with his opener of 242 getting squat gold in the 59s, followed by Moyes of Romania in silver and Chamorro of Ecuador in bronze. We're going to take a short 10-minute break now before bench press, so don't go anywhere and we will see you then.
See you then.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. I'm Amelia Potter, joined by Alex Tarinidis.
Welcome back, everyone.
And we just finished the squat session and it wasn't without drama. A very exciting squat session, and we count down now to the Sub-Junior 53 and 59 kilo bench. 53 kilo Sub-Junior getting a bit eager to get on there. But now the bar is loaded for Juan Bobo of Ecuador.
Yeah, currently in the lead of this 53 sub-junior weight class with 420 kilos subtotal.
I think in all the excitement of running on early, he undid his wrist straps on the way back, so now has to redo them.
Yeah.
There we go, still plenty of time, 37 seconds left on the clock just to get that start command. Don't need to complete the lift in the time allotted, but you must get the start command. Lovely easy weight there.
Yeah, it is a good lift indeed, 3 white lights.
Comes next. 90 kilos. Bar is loaded. Salkatov from Kazakhstan.
Mohamed Umar Shaukatov now from Kazakhstan, opening at 90 kilos.
A good lift, a super speedy opener.
Wait for Japanese lister. Rotaro Yoshioka. Bar is loaded.
We now have Ryotaro Yoshioka, Japan, 90 kilos. He's 16 years old, opening on his bench press personal best. Now, unfortunately, he didn't get a squat on the board, so can't post a total, but nice to see him out here competing anyway. Bit of a scrappy opener, but manages to get it up. But, ooh, unfortunately, a yellow and a blue infraction. Let's have a look at that from the side. I think the blue would have been for perhaps downwards movement, but the yellow maybe for a butt lift. Yeah, unfortunately, the glutes came off of the bench. A yellow is a lot of things in bench, but your head, your feet, and your glutes must stay connected to either the bench or the floor, respectively, at all times. Zachary Vandenberg now from Canada, 95 kilos. So apparently in Equipped, there's a certain kind of undershirt in squat called an erector shirt, which has no sleeves, which you're allowed to wear. I'm not sure if that's what was the case there, but I was informed by resident Equipped knowledge holder Joe Whiteley. Bit of a tricky opener for Zachary there, but managed to get it up. Ooh. But unfortunately, no lift. He gets 2 blues and a yellow, so let's look at that. It can't be contested. There are no white lights, so the jury can't get involved. But, you know, we said it before during squats, bench often is the most tumultuous lift for Equipped lifters.
It is, absolutely.
Like, you go to a bench-only event and the amount of lifters who don't put up a total because it's so easy to not get a lift in.
Yeah, I've been to the European Championships in Istanbul 2 weeks ago, and indeed, as you said, like, you have a lot of surprises, especially in the quit. Yeah.
Jonathan Besseril now, unfortunately, can't put up a total because he did not get a squat in on the board, but nice to see him continue lifting, opening on 112.5 kilos. Relatively smooth opener there for Jonathan and a good lift. He still fight for medals in individual lifts.
Following, USA, Silvera with 150 kilos.
Now, strong leader in the 59 kilo class here in the sub-juniors, John Silvera.
USA.
The United States opening on his best bench of 115. He made quite a big jump on his squats and it went well for him. He's got a hefty 60 kilo lead ahead of Temerov. Temerov just waiting, watching his enemies fall like flies, hoping for that at the sidelines. But let's hope John's opener nice and easy for him.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty safe here. Although 2-1, so far a good lift.
Yeah, let's have a look at that from the side. See if there's any sort of lift there. But I mean, it looked like an equipped bench. I think it seems okay from there. I think you should be alright. Yeah, it looks like it will remain a good lift. We move on now to our final opener of this first flight, Polat Temerov from Kazakhstan, 115 kilos. He's lighter than Silvera, so as long as he matches his bench, he can walk away with bench gold, potentially. But Bessarov's made a big jump. Let's see how Temerov's opener moves.
Yeah, and you have to notice as well that he's lighter than Silvera, so in case of a draw, he will take the lead.
And I held my breath there because I was talking as if he was definitely going to get the bench. And luckily he did, 3 white lights, but it's always worrying because, you know, he's in a great position now because other lifters didn't get a squat in. So it's great to see him get a bench in to fight for that position he's earned so far. That concludes our opening benches with all bar 2 lifters getting a bench in on the board. But we move through to the second attempts now, where a lot of those problems can usually be fixed. You know what went wrong, and you can change it up here. Juan Bobo now from Ecuador, 82.5 kilos. Yeah, still looking really strong for Juan.
Yeah, good lift. 82.5 is good for the Ecuadorian, currently in the lead of this 53 weight class.
The 53 kilo weight class, of course, actually disappears after juniors. It's not an open weight class, so you can only compete in it as a sub-junior or junior, and then you have to go up to, at very least, 59s. Now, Ryotaro Yoshioka from Japan, 90 kilos, missed this on his opener, retaking it, which is a sensible move.
Yeah, he's having a pretty rough day so far, but of course this is how you learn. Of course, 16 years old, so plenty of time to grow and to learn.
Long press command there, but it looked smooth from this side. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, a good lift, and his first good lift of the day, so I'm sure there's a sigh of relief there. You know, great job to him. Past is in the past. Right now, only look forward and then reflect afterwards.
Exactly, yeah, this is what matters most, like bouncing back, and yeah, hope he'll be able to do it.
Now, Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, without a bench in on the board quite yet, retaking 95 kilos, which is his current best bench. Obviously, got his squat in on the board, needs to get a bench in to fight through to deadlifts. Currently sat in bronze overall. See 120. It looks good from here, but let's wait to see for the lights.
Yeah, that's a good lift, as you said, Amelia. 3 white lights, so he is on the board once again, and this time in bench press, which is one of the trickiest moves.
We open behind center, 10 kilos more for the second attempt. The bar is loaded.
We now have Muhammad Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, jumping 10 kilos to 100 for his second attempt.
The youngest of the flight, 15 years old.
Yeah, and having a pretty good day so far in terms of getting numbers on the board. That was a good looking second attempt. 3 white lights, a good lift. And again, you can't think he's got too much platform experience at 15, so to be here on an international platform and be able to perform, especially in equipped, is a huge feat on its own, but currently sat in silver place at the World Championships is incredible. Jonathan Besseril now from the United States, jumping 7.5 kilos to 120.
Well, that's a good lift, and it's such a shame that he couldn't get his squat on the board, because he really looks like he's in great shape today.
Yeah, it's a live and you learn sort of situation. The only way to get that kind of experience is through the experience itself, and I'm sure he'll come back stronger because of it.
That's for sure.
I think you've got to grow pretty thick skin to compete equipped in any case. Now, the current leader of the 59 sub-juniors, our penultimate second attempt, John Silvera, 122.5 kilos, heavier than Temerov, so if Temerov gets this, we'll pull ahead. Currently in bronze position for bench. This will pull him to gold position with 3rd attempts to go.
Nice.
3 white lights, a good lift, and looking strong today, extending his lead.
He's lighter than USA lifter, so he will take the lead.
Currently over 60 kilos ahead of Temerov, but Temerov I don't think is fussed by that. I think he knows Silvera is pretty out of reach, and silver's going to be a pretty prize to take home today. Polat Temerov now from Kazakhstan, 122.5 kilos for the 17-year-old. Lighter than Silvera, so this will move him from bronze into gold, ahead of the American lifter. Wow. It looked just as good, if not a little bit easier than Silvera's. Ooh, but unfortunately, 2 yellows from the centre and side referee. And since it's from the centre referee, I'm wondering if he skipped a command. Looks like his suit's not on completely right there.
Yeah, and I see the coach going to the jury asking the reason, and yeah, the jury said to him for butt lift. So
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well,
head lift, sorry, head lift.
right, okay, that makes more sense. And so we move into the 3rd round, and the strength was there, so he could take the risk and go up anyway to match Silvera, because he really has nothing to lose. He's already got a bench on the board. But now we move into 3rd round benches with Juan Bobo, Ecuador, 90 kilos.
looked like the comfortable third attempt, and indeed a good lift through a light. But Emilia, just going back real quick to Temirov, his best total is 512.5, so maybe there's something to try. Maybe we'll see the coaching staff opening the hiring the opener on deadlift.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see.
Yep.
Still a hard catch for Silvera, but a bigger total for sure. Zachary Vandenberg now, 100 kilos. Missed his opener, got it on his second. Looking to add 5 more kilos and move into bench press gold for the time being, with Shaukhtov to follow. Now, unfortunately, just a little bit too much for Zachary today, but a good effort. I think it's important to remember how much they're lifting in comparison to their body weight. You know, Zachary weighed in at 50.85 kilos. That was a double body weight bench. Muhammad Umar Shaukhtov now from Kazakhstan, 102.5 kilos. Already has bench press gold. Looking to extend his total by another 2.5 kilos should he get this. Looking good. He seems to be having a great day.
Yes, indeed, 3 white lights. So far, so good for Shaukhtov.
Second attempt, a bar slow, Yoshioka.
We now have Ryutaru Yoshioka from Japan making a huge 25 kilo jump from his second to his third. He missed 90 on his opener, got it on his second, and now this is a big, it doesn't get him into a medal position for bench, but it's a big jump. It's 25 kilos more than he's ever done before, so
Yeah.
let's see how this goes. No, good catch from the spotters there, and I think I would have lost my mind if he actually managed to do that with a 25 kilo jump at 59 kilos body weight. I think that would have been something.
Yeah, sometimes you have to try, you know, you lose absolutely nothing to try, so of course that was way too heavy for today, but nothing to regret, I guess.
3 benches left before we move into the junior flight, all at 127.5 kilos. Now, should they all make this, Besseril walks away with bench press gold on body weight, but we have to see if they will make this first. John Silvera now, currently in bench press gold, jumping 5 kilos to remain there for the time being. He is the heaviest of the 3. So 2 chances it could be taken away after this, should he make this. A great effort from John there.
And that's a good lift, of course, 3 white lights.
And now all he can do is sit and wait. Currently sat in bench press gold. As I said, heaviest of the 3, so all you can do is sit and wait to see if he gets gold, silver or bronze. And one of the lifters that could potentially take that away is Polat Temirov from Kazakhstan. Missed 122 on his second, shooting for 127.5 here on his third, as we thought he might. This will take him from bench press bronze, which is guaranteed, into gold for the time being.
And that's a great looking third attempt, but sorry, no lift once again. Let's have a quick look at the replay.
Then you have Israel.
Maybe it's the head as well this time.
Power is loaded.
No, it
Jonathan
isn't.
Israel, USA.
No, I think it was the butt lifted off quite away. I'm just looking at the side screen here where we have more angles, and unfortunately there was a lot of light underneath there. But still guaranteed bronze. We now have Jonathan Betheril. Can't fight for position overall, but is fighting for that bench press gold. Guaranteed silver, but lighter by over 1.5 kilos than Silvera.
That was a great fight.
Good fight for Jonathan and
Oh,
sorry.
and once again, no lift by unanimous decision. So
Yeah, let's see if we can see the side angle there.
break at 60 kilos.
Yeah, you can see
yeah.
quite a way off there,
No close.
unfortunately.
8 and 5.
So which means that Silvera is taking the gold.
Yeah, and he also went 3 for 3 on his bench press, so he's having a phenomenal day so far. So you can see here that Borbor in subtotal is leading in the 53 kilo class, and Silvera by quite a way leading in the 59 kilo class. We move straight on now to the junior 53s and 59s. As before, 7 59s and 1 53 kilo junior. And as expected, we see a lot of lifters opening without a bench shirt on. Sometimes they put a bench shirt on afterwards, sometimes they don't. We'll have to wait and see. But 60 kilos here for Amarjith of India. Yeah, lovely and easy. And with it being that easy, I can only imagine he's going to put a shirt on
Yeah.
and up the weight.
Next hit on the round with 100 kilos.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But super easy.
It was. I think we may see a huge jump for his second attempt for sure.
Especially in a quick bench, as we keep saying, it honestly is the most fickle of the 3 lifts. And so getting that opener in is so important.
Power is loaded. Origi Tamura.
We now have Orihi Kitamura from Japan opening on 100 kilos. Now, unlike the flight before, every single person managed to get a squat on the board here in this flight. Maybe that couple years more experience as a junior. But we'll hold our breath until bench is done.
A little bit tricky, but it's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Yeah, and I'm sure even if he just gets his opener in, which we couldn't say the same for classic lifters, he's probably going to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
But looked good. Kept the line of the bar pretty solid.
The bar is loaded. Reese Hamilton, USA.
We now have Reese Hamilton of the United States, 105 kilos. Weighing in second lightest of the flight.
And already opening with a 7.5 PB.
He had me in the first half.
Yeah.
3 white lights there, good lift, and he pulled a face as he was walking off, which reflected what I said. He was like, oh, that moved a little differently than I expected.
Didn't expect that, yeah, for sure.
But it is a good lift, and if anything felt wrong, he knows exactly what it was, and he can change it for a second.
And once again.
Yeah, still in classic gear here. Just a normal t-shirt. We have Agabon from the Philippines, 110 kilos. So you might be right. We'll wait till the second bench, but he might be just competing completely classic. And to fight for a podium position in that way is commendable against equipped lifters.
And once again, really easy opener.
Yeah, that looked just like an opener should. Really, really easy. Comfortable. 3 white lights, a good lift. Now, it's quite a quick flight, and I imagine getting into a bench shirt is no easy feat, so I think I would have seen him move with a bit more gusto should he want to put a bench shirt on for a second, but we'll see. Christian Moyes now from Romania, 117.5 kilos for his opening attempt. Again, just sitting 10 kilos off of the podium in prognosis currently. Now, it was a bit wishy-washy, yeah, and so the bar can go side to side, it can stop, but it cannot move down. That's what the blue lights are for, so let's look at this from this angle.
Let's clear your bar path each year. Should be good in a
Yeah.
second. Yeah, for sure. Bar weight
Definite dip.
down.
But hopefully, like we said, he can figure out what the issue was and change that up. Don Murali Krishna now, 120 kilos. He's changed his opener. I'm not sure if that was up or down, but he did
Down.
have down.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a tricky time on his second squat, obviously pinged out from the rack. So hopefully it's not physically ailed him.
Well, you still have a really comfortable advance over the pack, so you'll just have to maintain this in order for him to take the goal.
A little bit of trouble on the way up there. Did it dip? No, he's okay. 3 white lights, and yeah, like you said, currently has a 50 kilo lead on the pack. And hopefully, for his sake, that's something that is going to help him out. But even more so, hopefully he doesn't need it to help him out. Abel Chamorro now from Ecuador, opening on 127.5 kilos.
The bar is loaded for Abel Chamorro, Ecuador.
That was a lovely opener. And a good lift, of course. 3 white lights. Stacking some kilos and confidence.
130 kilos opener. And bar is loaded. Let's go, guys.
Our final opening attempt now. We have Nicholas Caledonia from the United States with 130 kilos. Pushing ahead of Chamorro now, trying to stay in that podium position overall. Chasing Agabon.
Oh, wow. That was a super speedy and easy opener. And of course, a good lift. No doubt that he will bring a medal on bench for sure. And in a bigger picture, maybe overall.
85 kilos.
As he is the youngest of the 59 juniors. First year as a junior and doing so great already.
And bar is loaded.
We now move into our second round of bench. We have Amajit from India, 85 kilos, taking a 25 kilo jump, and as expected, has now put on a bench shirt.
Lifting in 53 kilo category. Wow, my wow.
Yeah, still moves
That was
super
nice.
well there. A good lift.
Nice. Good job. Kitamura comes next. 5 kilos for Kitamura. The second attempt. And bar is loaded.
Orihi Kitamura, 105 kilos now. A 5 kilo jump from his opener.
Yes, that looked nice and it's a good.
That's a good lift. 3 white lights.
They have had it.
Actually look a little bit easier than his opener. But yeah, of course, happening in quit, you have to fix your bar path and a lot of details that can make your lifts way easier.
Reese Hamilton now from the United States, jumping 5 kilos to 110 for his second attempt. Oh, a big fight there in the middle. Did the bar dip is the question.
Was a good fight, but sorry, no way. It came downwards.
No lift, unfortunately. 2 to 1.
Relax, no place.
Downward movement called by the center and the right side ref. Yeah.
Moist. Get ready for your second attempt. Bar is loading. Lawrence, Agamon, Philippines. Personal best.
Alexei Laurent Agabon now, 115 kilos, a 5 kilo jump. Yeah, it looks like he's competing completely unequipped.
Looks like he's warm up for the classic.
He's in a great position to get a medal overall, though.
Yeah.
Currently sat in bronze on bodyweight ahead of Chamorro.
Which is a tremendous performance, knowing that all of the rest of the lifters are like lifting with equip. So, oh, the ref told him to replace the bar.
15 seconds.
Not too sure what the reason for that was, but the head referee would have seen something.
Yeah, Mr. Palpip from Estonia.
No, maybe that just got in his head a little bit because his opener was,
Super easy.
yeah.
But as you said, Amelia, like some lifters are not that type to grind, like it looks easy until it's not going up, as you said. So
Yeah, very true. And I think the case was the same with his squat as well. Now, Christian Moyes from Romania, 117.5 kilos. Got onto the platform as quick as possible to give himself as much time as he could. That looks much better than his opener.
and that's a good lift. 3 whites. Couple of kilos to come as well. Maybe 7.5.
Currently sat in bench press bronze, we have Don Murali Krishna from India, jumping 5 kilos to 125.
.30 seconds, and the ref just told him to replace. But he'll have the time, yes. Here he goes.
Get the start command, 20 seconds left on the clock. Very similar looking to his opener. Managed to get it on his first, but yeah, I think the bar might have just dipped a little bit more that time.
Yeah, I think the coach also saw it.
Yeah, let's have a look again at the replay.
Mm.
It's quite small, but you know, if it dips, it dips. It's a black and white situation, unfortunately.
Totally.
Abel Chamorro now from Ecuador, 135 kilos. This will move him from bench press silver into gold for the time being, with Caledonia to follow. A lovely looking second attempt from Abel. A good lift and a new 5 kilo personal best.
Congratulations. Caledonia comes next, 140 kilos, and the bar is loaded. He's taking into lead on this bench press competition.
We now have Nicholas Caledonia, a huge 140 kilo bench for his second attempt. This will move him back into bench press gold as we head into third attempts. That looked fantastic. 3 white lights, a good lift, and it's amazing he can reach elbow depth with how big his arch is. And as we move into the third attempts now, we can see that Caledonia leading the 59, followed by Chamorro and Murali Krishna in bench press. And a quick subtotal there, but we move now on to the third attempts. We have Amarjit from India, 92.5 kilos. He made the 25 kilo jump from classic to raw look pretty, sorry, the classic to equipped look pretty easy. So I can't imagine 7.5 on top of that would be too impactful, but let's wait and see. Yeah, unfortunately, no lift. I was thinking it's quite a high touch point for an equipped lifter.
Yes, indeed.
See that again in the replay. But he still walks away with 85 kilos, and of course, gold in bench press in the 53s. Reese Hamilton now retaking 110 kilos for his third and final bench.
One of the 2 lifters born in '05, and both of them are from the US. Caledonia currently sitting at the second place, and Hamilton.
Wow, he did incredibly well. Wow, look at that.
An incredible fight, but unfortunately
yeah.
no lift.
I would have been surprised if there wasn't blue there, but I think a big personal win. Look at the grind on that. I thought he was done about 3 times during that. Really excellent. We now have Alexei Laurence Agabon from the Philippines, who absolutely smashing the equipped competition with no equipped gear on whatsoever. 115 kilos, retaking it here on his third.
Only 5 kilos below the podium, below the third place, currently held by Chamorro. This time is way better. Way better for him. That's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Yeah, and those kilos are going to really come in handy. He's currently 5 kilos off of the podium on prognosis, as you said, behind Shimaro. But Moyes is going to be fighting for that as well.
Bronze medal attempt at tie B in 59 kilo category.
Now, 5 lifters remaining before we head into a short break prior to deadlifts. Orihi Kitamura now from Japan, making a huge jump here to 122.5 kilos. Jumped 5 kilos from his opener to his second, and I think quite similar to his squat, a big jump to his third. Let's hope it pays off more for his bench.
Well, as expected, I should say.
It's a peculiar technique, I must say, and I've seen it where lifters have opened very conservatively and then made a really big jump, but I've never too often seen it where they've made a small jump and then a huge jump and it's been super successful.
Yeah.
All lessons.
Let's go, Christian.
Christian Moyes now from Romania, taking 125 kilos to move himself into bench press bronze for the time being and get those extra 7.5 kilos to fight for a podium position. Oh wow, very easy.
Yes, it was a good lift.
Grabs his shoulder there, so maybe that's why it was super easy. He perhaps is working through a shoulder injury there.
And he's heavier than Moyes.
So that moved Moyes into bronze position, and I think he's got it secured because Don is going for 125 as well here, but
Let's go, Murat.
is the heavier of the two by 0.05. Just a margin. Much smoother than his second.
It's a good
Yeah, and a
lift.
good lift. 3 white lights. Still gently cruising. Even though it seems like he doesn't have a personal good day, but I mean he's so strong compared to the rest of the pack that it won't impact his
Yeah.
rank.
He's not really losing out by missing lifts, but obviously on a personal note, he wants to come here and put his best foot forward, I'm sure. Abel Chamara now from Ecuador has silver secured. This will give him an extra 5 kilos in his total with 140. His third and final bench.
Yes.
Managed it in 2 parts, but it looks good. 3 white lights, a good lift, and a new personal best.
A good lift, a new PB, and really important one, knowing the state of the statement of the rankings right now.
Personal best attempt. Bar is loaded. With 2.5 kilos for Nicholas. Let's go. Come on.
Nicholas Caledonia now already has bench press gold. This will be for a new personal best with 145 kilos.
Already smashed his previous total PB by 15 kilo, so no doubt he's having a great day so far. And wow, look at that! That was so easy.
New white lights, a good lift. And he seems pretty happy with himself after bench. I think he knows bench is his lift based on his attitude on the platform.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice to see a lifter enjoying themselves for sure. And that concludes bench press, of course, with Amarjit from India leading in the 53s as the only lifter. We have Caledonia, the bench press gold. In the 59s, Chamorro with silver and Moyes with bronze. And just a quick subtotal glance before deadlifts here. The 59s, Don Murali Krishna from India has a 5 kilo lead, but I think his deadlift opener is quite far ahead of that of the rest of the pack, followed by Caledonia and Chamorro, but Moyes and Agbon just off their back based on prognosis. We'll head into a 10-minute break now. Don't go anywhere, and we will see you for deadlifts.
to you deadlift.
Hello
Referee
and
says you can
welcome
first.
back to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Malta. I'm Amelia Potter, joined by Alexander Terinidis.
Welcome back, everyone.
And we can see the subtotals for the Sub-Junior 53s and 59s here, of course, with Besaril from the United States and Yoshioka from Japan, unfortunately not being able to post a total, but in the 53s, Borbor leading currently in subtotals, followed by Shaukatov and Vandenberg. And in the 59s, with just two contenders in it, Silvera has a hefty lead with subtotals, and Temarov just behind there, comfortably in silver should he get a deadlift in on the board. We head now into our deadlift session, where the lifters who have already got a squat and a bench in on the board can secure their total and fight for positions if they have the chance to. We now have Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, 135 kilos for his opening attempt.
Yeah, and once again, Amelia, he's wearing a tank, so pretty easy opener.
Yeah, so from what I've been told, there is one type of shirt in equipped powerlifting called an erector shirt, which is like that, sleeveless. Obviously, you know, I'm no expert on equipped gear, so I'm not sure if that is or not, but that would be the case if we ever saw that.
Yeah.
We now have Muhammad Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, 140 kilos. Currently sitting in silver position in the 53s. Slow and steady there. Nice, clean opener. A lot of the time you do see the equipped lifters deadlift without gear on. I mean, occasionally you see a deadlift suit, but it's pretty 50-50, I would say.
Yeah.
Ryataru Yoshioka now from Japan, 160 kilos. Little tricky there at the top, but manages to lock it out. Ooh. Unfortunately, 2-1, a no lift. He gets blues, which could be for downwards movement or assisting the bar.
Isn't it like soft lockout as well? No.
Yeah, I think it was for downwards movement there, unfortunately. It was a hard opener, so I'm hoping he can do that again for a second and get it. Juan Borbor now from Ecuador, our current leader in the 53s. He's got a pretty significant 30 kilo lead on the competition. Let's see how his opener of 165 moves.
Yeah, that's a good lift, and I think that with this one, he pretty much secured his world championship title. World champion title, sorry. And that was quite an easy first attempt, I'd say.
Polat Temarov now from Kazakhstan with a 170 kilo opener. Now this would secure him that silver position overall. So let's hope it's a nice, easy opener for Polat.
This is a smooth opener and a good lift through white lights.
Still very serious face. Job's not done yet. 202.5 kilos for Jonathan Bassero of the United States. Of course, can't compete for a podium position, but walked away with a bench press medal and looking to do the same in deadlift.
Guys, loading. Jonathan Bassero from USA.
Unfortunately, just lost grip at the top there, it seems. He doesn't seem too worried, but of course, not a good sign on your opener. It seems like he is grabbing the smooth part of the bar, though, which
Yeah.
inherently is not quite as grippy.
And it doesn't allow him to lock his shoulder in a good way, I'll say. But we'll have to, of course, we'll have to wait for the second attempt to see a little bit more.
John Silveira now very much in the lead in the 59s. A very strong 67.5 kilo lead should he make this. 215 kilos. Looks like Bassero has decided not to come out for his second or third deadlift, which makes the flight for the others a little bit quicker. Very easy for John. Yeah, I was worried that the lockout wasn't properly there. Let's have a look at that again in the replay. I'm just not sure his shoulders were all the way back and his hips were all the way through, but it could have been an angle thing.
No, here, yeah. Yeah,
really
something's
hard.
missing.
I don't know, I think it's okay. Yeah, the jury has overturned that to a good lift.
Yeah, so he's on the board.
And it was a Paris loading.
Now we move through to the second round. We have Zachary Vandenberg from Canada now, jumping 10 kilos to 145.
Let's go, Jack. Personal best attempt.
Just to move him into deadlift silver from the time being, with Shaukotov to follow.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, just seems a little bit too heavy for Vandenberg.
Now the bar is loading for Shaukotov from Kazakhstan.
If that's a strength issue, which it looks like it is, there's not much you can do after that, unfortunately. But got a third try if he wants to come back for it. We have Muhammad Umar Shaukotov now from Kazakhstan. And before I could even say his name, it's a good lift.
Having a great day so far.
This is 10 kilo over his personal best. And bar is loaded.
Ryotaro Yoshioka now from Japan missed 160 on his opener. I think there's some downwards movement going on. Looking to retake it here on his second. He's not had the most successful day so far, so let's finish on a high. Get this 160. It was a bit tough the first time, so let's hope he can push through it one more time at least.
Up, 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 up. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Well, it moved smoother than the first time. There we go.
It's a good lift through white lights.
And if that's not resilience, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And as we say, he will learn, and it's always cool to have a first international appearance to learn from mistakes and then, yeah, grow from it.
Juan Bobo now from Ecuador, 175 kilos. A 10 kilo jump. from his opener.
There's still a comfortable second attempt and a good lift, of course. 3 white lights.
Kilo category. Now semi-row, 175 kilos. Bar is loading.
Two second attempts remaining before we move through to the third and final round of deadlifts. Polat Temirov now, 175. Smooth and steady, 3 white lights.
Sean Silvera comes next. 230. And the bar is loading. Silvera, USA. You personal best attempt with 7.5 kilos.
John Silvera now from the United States, a 15 kilo jump from his opener,
Let's go, John.
230. He looks locked in and ready to go, only him and the bar in the room.
Oh, wow. What a great looking second attempt. Of course, a good lift. And with more to come, I'm sure.
He has a great race. Third round, contender.
230 kilos as a 59 sub-junior. This is a tremendous performance.
53 kilo category. And we have two
Yeah,
attempts.
absolutely incredible.
Chase the opener
You can
for
see
second
quickly here the results for deadlifts as they stand heading into third and final.
for every
You can see
lifter.
Bobo leading the 53 kilo sub-juniors there, and Silvera leading the 59 kilo
And bar is
sub-juniors,
loading.
heading to third attempt. And I'm not sure that will change
You
too
personal
much
best attempt.
with the number that Silvera has just put on for his third.
Attempt on Deadlift at time being. Let's go, man. Come on.
We now have Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, 150 kilos. No, unfortunately, just too much for him today, which I think was to be expected. I mean, 145 was just
52.5.
Yeah.
limit.
Sakato. Yoshioka, get ready for your third and final attempt here. Umar.
We now have Mohamed Umar Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, 152.5 kilos.
He will be cleaning and ready to
This
go.
will give him a nice round 400 kilo total should he make this. Already secured in silver overall and in deadlift. The youngest
And the bar is
lifter,
loading.
15
Shakato,
years old.
Kazakhstan.
An incredible result.
Silver medalist today. Давай, 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 давай.
Not quite there today for him, unfortunately, but still ends on 395 and ends up with silver at 15 years old.
Hopefully nothing else. Then we have Yoshio.
4 deadlifts remaining before we head through to the juniors following this to see who walks away the world champion in the sub-juniors and the juniors after today's session. Ryutaru Yoshioka from Japan, taking 177.5 now for his third and final lift. Mentally preparing himself for his biggest ever pull. Unfortunately, just lost balance there, pulled more from one side than the other.
Yeah, that was predictable. regarding the 160. But once again, always worth to try. You never know.
And 10-minute pull-up comes next. And bar is loaded. 10-minute, Kazakhstan.
177.5 kilos for Polat Temirov, who will be walking away silver medalist overall.
Давай, Polat. One more time, let's go.
What a way to end the day for him. 3 white lights.
Yeah, a good lift and a great setup. Really wide sumo stance.
There we go, we finally saw the sigh of relief and the big smile, like the job is finally done, I can
Yeah.
enjoy it now.
53 kilo category. 185 kilos on this final deadlift. This would be his
So 2 silver medals for
2.5
Kazakhstan
kilos.
to start these huge world championships.
Yes, that's the spirit.
With Temirov in the 59 and Shaukatov in the 53s.
Juan Bobo now from Ecuador, 185 kilos for his third and final deadlift. Already walking away 53 kilo equipped sub-junior champion.
Almost one.
And he's had a phenomenal day.
A good lift. He was literally unreachable today. Borbor from Ecuador bringing gold. A 445 total. Congrats to him.
Now, I thought that this next lift was a world record attempt. I believe it is, yep, the graphics just not come up on the screen, but this will be for a world record attempt. The current world record standing at 247 kilos. This will chip it by 0.5 of a kilo. 17 and a half kilo jump from his second, slightly bigger than his jump from his first to his second, but it looked good for a new sub-junior world record.
Sub-junior world record attempt. Let's go, people! Put your hands together. World record attempt for sub-juniors.
His second looked good for a world record. Unfortunately, just couldn't pull it fully off the ground. But a phenomenal day nonetheless, and your new sub-junior world record. Sorry, your sub-junior world champion. Attempted a world record, not quite there today, but what an effort. You can see here in the 53s and the sub-juniors, Juan Borbor is your world champion. Silver medalist is Shaukatov from Kazakhstan, and in bronze is Vandenberg from Canada. And in the 59s, Silvera from the United States walks away with gold, and Temirov from Kazakhstan walks away with silver. We move through now to the juniors. So don't go anywhere, we're heading straight into it now.
Let's go, Reese.
First up, we have Reese Hamilton from the United States with 145 kilos.
A really satisfying first session with the sub-juniors. Let's finish this morning great with the juniors. And a good lift to start for Reese Hamilton. 145, 3 white lights.
Amajith from India now, taking 180 kilos. If he secures this deadlift, he will be the junior 53 kilo equipped world champion.
Super speedy opener and a good lift.
Bar is loaded.
bar is loaded with 180 kilos for Orihi Kitamura from Japan.
Let's go.
Easy first attempt
And it's a good lift.
and a good lift.
Nice opener. Tomorrow comes next. 120 kilos for tomorrow. Bar is loaded.
Abel
from
Chamorro now from
Ecuador.
Ecuador, 190 kilos, one of the few lifters in contention for podium overall. Every kilo is going to count.
Yeah, this is what you call money time. You have 4 lifters seeking for silver and bronze.
Nice opener there from Abel. And a good lift. Like you mentioned, they're fighting for silver and bronze really. As long as Murali Krishna gets his opener in or gets one lift on the board, he's more or less guaranteed that gold position.
Bar is loaded.
Christian Moyes now from Romania, 195 kilos. Another lifter that isn't without the shout for the podium. He's a little further away now than he was, but we'll see what happens. Wow, and that was very easy.
Well, that was very easy, and it's a good lift. Same weight for
A good
Powerlifting,
lift.
USA. And the bar is loaded.
Your gold medalist on bench, Nicholas Caledonia, 195 kilos for his opening deadlift. Currently sat in bronze overall.
Oh wow. That was a super speedy opener for the crowd favorite and almost fell.
235.
Yeah, they're putting it all out on the line. They're pushing their limits, so, you know, sometimes it happens. But he's okay. He gave a thumbs up to his coach. Alexei Laurence Agamon now from the Philippines, 235 kilos for his opening deadlift, and I'm sure I can guess what he's going to be wearing.
Let's go.
Absolutely nothing.
Well,
Just a belt, right?
he's wearing classic gear.
Yeah, classic gear. And what a great opener it is, like 235 kilos in 59 junior. This is a huge performance. I really can't wait to see him lifting in a 59 classic. Wow.
Yeah, it moved really quickly, but unfortunately wasn't fully locked out. I was a bit worried about that final lockout, so let's have a look again at that replay. A bit soft, just,
Oh, the
Yeah.
knees, huh?
Jury is checking the lift.
but I mean, he's still in a great position. He just
Yeah.
needs to kind of, I guess the risk is, do you go up? Because if he doesn't, he might lose out to Chimaro now, who can take a bigger jump.
I think, yeah, in this specific case, he really has to go up because there's nothing to lose.
India.
We'll see. He might just want to get a deadlift on the board, which also is a good move. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, Don Murali Krishna from India, 242.5 kilos. And as we alluded to, if he makes this, he has secured that world title.
That's a good lift, and just like that, he secured his world title, of course, with a 610 total.
The world junior deadlift record here in 59 is 265 kilos, so he's gone 255 for his second. So it'll be exciting to see how that moves for him. We complete our openers on deadlifts now, with all bar one getting a lift on the board. Agawam has chosen to go the same, and I suppose having the heavier deadlift, he can see what Chamara does and do that Hail Mary once he already has a deadlift on the board. Reese Hamilton now, 155 kilos, a 10 kilo jump.
So I think Caledonia will be pretty much out of reach for Agawam if Caledonia succeeds with his second one. But the third place is not out of reach. So far, second lift of Hamilton is a good one. 3 white lights for Reese Hamilton, as you can see on the replay here.
Orihi Kitamura now 187.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener.
It's a good lift, 2 to 1.
2 to 1, a good lift.
200 kilos for Amani. He opened with 180 kilos. Now 20 kilos jump into the second attempt, and this is his personal best at 75 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Amajith now 200 kilos, a 20 kilo jump from his opener. The opener was very easy and conservative for him, so made sure he got that total and is looking to build it now. It seems like perhaps 20 kilos was a bit of an over-eager jump. 53 kilos, 52.55 even, a 20 kilo jump is absolutely enormous.
Yeah, and 180 kilo is still a really solid performance as a 53 junior. And of course, as you said, adding 20 kilos is a lot.
It's big in any weight class.
Yeah.
Christian Moyes now from Romania, 202.5 kilos. Very solid second attempt.
He as well getting himself ready for the Hail Mary last deadlift, but he won't have the end, contrary to Agawam, who will. So it's exciting. Can't wait to see the end.
Abel Chamorro now from Ecuador, 202.5 kilos, a 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Currently sat in that bronze medal position. Looking a little bit more comfortable there now that Agawam hasn't got a deadlift in.
Up, come on.
Wow, that potentially opens the door right back up for Moyes, for Agawam. Obviously with Agawam not having even taken his second attempt yet, although might be getting ahead of ourselves. He's not got his opener in either.
And second place.
But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't expect that.
No, but then if that leaves him at 550, if he doesn't get that full stop and Agabon gets
Yep.
his second, we just only add 5 kilos to that. Nicholas Caledonia now, 207.5 kilos, currently in silver overall. To take him into deadlift silver for the time being.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. I just had that wobble at the top there.
So that leaves the door a little bit more open for both Agabon and Moise. So Moise looks really locked in. Maybe he'll try to go 5 kilos higher and maybe try to reach the second place. We'll see.
We'll have to wait and see. Alexei Laurent's Agabon now missed his opener just on a lockout. It looked super easy, retaking it here to get on the board, and with how things are unfolding, he's not out of the game yet.
That's way better.
Very easy and fast. And
There we go.
good
3 white
lead.
lights, a good lift.
Good job. And Raleigh, 255 for Don. Leading this competition. No one can reach him anymore. He's so far ahead. 255 in the second attempt.
We now have Don Murali Krishna, our heaviest second attempt, just 10 kilos below the current junior world record in the deadlifts. 255 kilos on the board if he gets this.
Let's go, man. Come on.
It's slow, but he gets it and he locks it out, and it is a good lift.
It's pretty much the same as his first attempt, so that means that he knows how to take his time and to, keep the right path.
Yeah, based off of his face coming off, I think he's just going to jump 5 kilos. I'm not sure if he'll go for the world record. We'll have to wait and keep our eye on the board, but 255 as a 59 is no mean feat, yeah.
It's tremendous. 266, so yeah.
That's gone for the 266.
Thank you, sir.
I'm happy to see it. I thought I read his lips saying 260, but must have missed the 6 there. I'm glad I did. Now we head into the third and final deadlifts of the first session of the championships. And kicking us off for that is Reese Hamilton, 165.
As you said, Amelia, it will all come down to this moment for Caledonia Chimaro, Moise Agabon. Neck-to-neck battle between those four to see who will rise at the top and take the silver and the bronze.
Oh, it's a big fight from Hamilton. He's still pushing through.
He's really close.
But I don't think he quite made it, unfortunately.
He really came.
Yeah, just a bit too heavy, but wow, what a fight. Can't be disappointed with that. He left everything he had there.
He really gave 101% of what he had today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Amadith from India now, retaking 200 kilos. Made a 20 kilo jump from his opener, and on his second it looked a little bit too much of a jump, but he's coming out to retake it now, so perhaps thinks he has a shot at it again. Now he's collected himself. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, he looks locked in as well. And I think he can get it. It'll just be a matter of having a perfect technique, and then, yeah.
Amalie from India. Let's go. Final attempt.
No, unfortunately, just too much today for the lifter. But still walks away, 53 kilo junior world champion here.
From Ecuador comes next, 202.5 kilos. This is a silver medal attempt on total for Shimano. At time being, over Caledonia.
And it'll all come down to these deadlifts, as Alex said. Chamorro, Moyes, and Agabon. I'll be surprised if I didn't see some changes last minute, but 202.5 kilos Chamorro is taking, and that's all you can do right now, and then wait to see where that leaves him. But for now, this will take him into silver overall from bronze, as the door was left slightly ajar by Caledonia, missing his second lift.
Yeah, and this is where the coaching staff will have a major role to play more than ever. I can't wait to see the different strategies applied. Oh, this time it's way better. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, unfortunately not there today, which unfortunately will leave him off of the podium. No, I mean, actually he's still got a sliver of chance there if, of course, Moyes and Agabon both miss, which stranger things have happened, but he can only just sit and wait now for his fate to be drawn out by others. Orihi Kitamura now from Japan, 205 kilos, and this will take him into deadlift bronze for the time being. 4 lifters to follow.
And once again, a huge jump, 17.5 kilo jump. Second in his third.
Yeah, similar to his squat and his bench, and it's, you know, we've seen it, and unfortunately the same result both times. Perhaps the technique they'll change up in the future. And we've had our first attempt change. It seems like Murali Krishna has dropped from 266 to 265.5, so still a world record attempt, but at that weight, every half kilo is going to count how it feels.
Oh yeah, chip it up.
We now have Nicholas Caledonia from the United States making every second of his moments on the international platform. Retaking 207, currently sat in silver overall. This will take him to deadlift bronze, but of course, he may not be safe in silver if Agabon puts something even bigger on, but I think he might be quite safe. Let's have a see. That looks much better. He thanks the referees. And it seems like he had more energy in the tank, if I'm being honest.
And I think he's ready to run 100 meters as well.
Yes, it looks like he just did. Hurdles. Now, 3 lifters remaining. This is where the fight for bronze happens between Moyes and Agabon. I think Caledonia's done a good job to firm his silver there.
Yeah.
Christian Moyes now from Romania, 210 to pull him into deadlift bronze, but more importantly, bronze overall for the time being.
And it's going. Oh, what an effort he's putting in.
Now we'll wait for the lights. I'm worried about that knee.
Should be good. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately not. And I imagine to see Agabon drop. There we go.
Attempt change, yeah, for sure, for sure.
He's only going to put on what he needs to pull, and his second looks super strong. 240, there we go. So that's what I expected to see, and that will pull him into bronze. There's no need for him to push super hard for the silver and risk missing it.
Yeah. Because he'll have to go like 262.5 if he wanted the silver medal, which is, let's be realistic, it's way easier to attempt the bronze medal.
Yeah, that would have been a near 30 kilo jump. Now, our penultimate lifter fighting for that bronze medal position with no equipped gear on the whole championships. We have Alexei Laurens Agabon from the Philippines jumping 5 kilos. I'd be super surprised if this didn't move well, but weirder things have happened, so I'll hold my breath to move from 5th overall into bronze overall. 240 kilos.
Come on, man, you can do it. Let's go.
Wow.
Super easy.
And just like that, he moves into bronze medal position. And as expected, we didn't think it would be hard, but incredible to see. He's done so well today.
Yeah.
Now, our world champion was already secured in his opening deadlift, but it's not good enough for him. He wants to go for a world junior deadlift record with 265.5, extending it by half a kilo. This is a 10.5 kilo jump from his second. His second looked a bit slow, but like you said, so was his opener, and he managed to put more onto that. So, one last time, Don Murali Krishna of India, 265.5 kilos for a new world junior deadlift record. Let's see what he's made of.
Let's go. Come on, people. Put your hands together for world record attempt.
He's got it moving. Wow! Manages to lock it out. Let's wait for the light.
Should be good.
And that is a new world junior deadlift record. Did an incredible job considering all his final deadlifts moved slowly. New world champion, new record holder, and what a way to end the first session here at the championships. And it's not been without its drama and its excitement, Alex.
Yes, it was. It was an absolute pleasure to commentate the very first session of this World Championships.
And just a quick summary here. Amalith, of course, from India, winning the 53s, but in the 59s, Murali Krishna of India, another gold medalist from India, with a 633 kilo total, walking away world champion. Caledonia from the United States, walking away with silver. And Agabon from the Philippines, just managing to scrape in on body weight ahead of Chamorro in bronze. We are going to have the medal ceremony very shortly, so don't go anywhere, and we will join you again later at 1:30 local time for the opening ceremony and 2 p.m. local time for the sub-junior and junior women's 43 and 47 kilo class. We'll see you then.
See you then.
the ceremony for sub-junior and junior men, 53, 59 kilo categories. And the participation medals will be first given by our IPF President, Mr. Gaston Paras from Luxembourg, and Mr. Robert Keller, the President of USA Powerlifting Federation. So we started squat medals, 53 kilo categories of juniors. And the bronze medal goes to Zachary Vandenberg, Canada. 142.5 kilos first attempt. Silver medal to Omar Saukato from Kazakhstan. 145 kilo first attempt. And the gold medal on squat goes to Juan Borbor from Ecuador. 170 kilos first attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Then we have the bench press medals. Bronze medal now we have all them lined up. And the bronze medal goes to Juan Borbor from Ecuador with 90 kilos best attempt. And the silver medal to Zachary Vandenberg, Canada, 95 kilos best attempt. And the bench press gold medal to Shaukato from Kazakhstan. 102.5 kilos best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Deadlift medals. Bronze medal goes to Zachary Vandenberg from Canada. 135 kilos best attempt. And the silver medal to Omar Shaukato from Kazakhstan. 147.5 kilos best attempt. And the deadlift gold medal to Juan Borbor from Ecuador. 185 kilos best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on total. Today, the bronze medalist is Zachary Vandenberg from Canada. The silver medalist is Umar Shavkatov from Kazakhstan with a total of 395 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024 is Juan Borbor from Ecuador. A total of 445 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Ecuador.
Everybody up, please.
Congratulations. Kilo category squat medals. Silver medal goes to Pola Temirov from Kazakhstan. With the best attempt, 180 kilos. And the squat gold medal goes to John Silvera from USA. 195 kilos, best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Bench press medals. Bronze goes to Pola Temirov from Kazakhstan. 115 kilos best attempt. And the silver medal to Jonathan Bezeriel from USA. 120 kilos best attempt. And the gold medal to John Silvera from USA. 127.5 kilos, best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on deadlift. The bronze medal goes to Ryotaro Yoshioka from Japan. 160 kilos, best attempt. Silver medal to Pola Temirov from Kazakhstan. 177.5 kilos, best attempt. And the deadlift gold medal goes to John Silvera, USA. It's a huge 230 kilos deadlift. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on total. Silver medalist is Polat Temirov from Kazakhstan. A total of 472.5 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024, is John Silvera from USA. With a big total of 552.5 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of USA. Congratulations. Junior 53 kilo category. Squat gold medal goes to Amanjeet from India. And the bench press gold medal also to Amanjeet. And the deadlift medal. And he is the gold medalist and world champion 2024, Amanjeet from India. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of India. Congratulations. 59 kilo category squat medals. Bronze medal goes to Abel Shimaro from Ecuador. 220 kilos best attempt. And the silver medal to Christian Mois from Romania with same amount of iron but lighter on body weight. And the gold medal to Don Morale from India. 242.5 kilos best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Then we have the bench press medals. Bronze medal goes to Christian Mois from Romania. 25 kilos best attempt. The silver medal to Abel Shimaro from Ecuador. 140 kilos best attempt. And the bench press gold medal goes to Nicolas Caledonia from USA. 145 kilos best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Deadlift medals. The bronze medal goes to Nicolas Caledonia from USA. 207.5 kilos best attempt. Silver medal to Lawrence Agabon from Philippines. 240 kilos best attempt. And deadlift gold medal to Don Murali from India. 265.5 kilos, new junior world record. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on total. The bronze medalist is Lawrence Agabon from Philippines. A total of 550 kilos. The silver medalist is Nicolas Caledonia from USA. 570 kilos total. And And the gold medalist, world champion 2024 is John Murali from India. 643 kilos total. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of India. Congratulations. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming here to Malta to World Championships of Epic Powerlifting. You all were amazing today. I hope to see you back next year, even stronger if that's possible.